August the 5th, we went back to the piazza. You can see that they get the festival going a little bit there. It's crowded, they have music playing, and we walked around, and then we went to a light dinner. There's some pictures you'll see coming up, and then we went back to the piazza again, just sat around and talked a little bit before calling it a night. So that's what you'll see in this clip before we move on to the next day in the trip. Hi everybody, so we're heading to a pool not too far from here in Contursi, I believe, and tomorrow's Pompeii and our last night in Calabrito. So we are excited, but we feel kind of sad too. You could spend so much time here just relaxing and catching up with people, but we don't have time. It's just, there's only so much time. So anyway, that's the story. Okay, bye. These streets were paved with these volcanic rocks 2,000 years ago, so pretty good. Now, something else I want to point out to you. Oh, I'm your own private tour guide. They can listen, I don't care. So, let's go in the shade while I talk. So, Vesuvius had not erupted for 1,200 years before 79 AD, August 24th, 79 AD. So the people living here had no idea that Vesuvius was a volcano. As far as they were concerned, it was a mountain. So when it erupted on that August day in the year 79, they were like, most people were just shocked. And what happened was, when it erupted, the ash went up in the air and came down as almost like snow, right? Right. And it just laid on top of the roofs. A lot of people who didn't leave, a lot of them went inside their homes, and then later on that evening, the roofs collapsed from the weight because it built up very high. Then at a later point, the pyroclastic flow came, which is like a hurricane of hot, not lava, pulverized rock and ash, and just at very high speed, and just buried the city in one fell swoop. So if you weren't gone by then, you were history. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so what you're looking at here is a two-way street. So if you wanted to cross the street, when it was being flooded, you just stepped over it like this. Right. And then if you were coming this way, your chariot wheels would go on this side. If somebody was coming this way, they'd go on that side. Andiamo. Okay, this is the center of town here. You know the piazza in Calabrito? This was Pompeii's piazza. All right, there's the mountain. So imagine August 24th, 79 AD, Vesuvius starts to erupt, which they didn't even know was a volcano. People were shocked. I would imagine lots of them came here to the piazza, right? To the center of town, and stood here and looked, and then probably didn't realize what was gonna happen, which was they were about to get killed unless they left. And this town was gonna be completely buried. Completely buried. You gotta line me up. Line me up. It's already. Am I right? Am I in the right spot? Am I doing it? I got it. No. Take a picture too.
So those divots apparently. That's what it used to look like.
Yep. Line it up.
And then poof.
Got it?
Now it looks like that. Yeah.
I'm just trying to show with this picture the area in between my fingers, that blue sky area. That used to be all the mountain. That's what blew off on that day. So essentially the top half of the mountain exploded. Some of the columns that you see that are short like that are perfectly flat on top, they were not destroyed in the eruption. They actually were not finished yet. I told you that there was a big earthquake 17 years before the volcano erupted that destroyed much of Pompeii, and it was being rebuilt, mostly rebuilt, but some things were not done yet. You can see that there. Okay, this was the main street. Get some video of this. This was the main street that led it, the longest street in Pompeii, and it led here to the Forum.
Dad is very excited right now. All right, getting some close.
Do you know what you're looking at here? Do you know what you're looking at here?
No.
Can you see those three white stones?
These were traffic barriers.
Bravissimo, bravissimo.
Si,
the roadblock of 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, this was a roadblock because this was pedestrian only. See?
The deliveries of the goods from market.
They paid him. Look at it. I do this for a living. Okay.
Wait, say it again.
When do I learn
Dad, say it again.
school?
Dad, say it again.
I said they paid him. I do this for free. But well, actually, no, I'm doing it here for you for free. But I do it for a living. But anyway, so what?
You taught this in school?
Yeah, when I used to teach ancient history. I don't teach ancient anymore. Okay, so this was pedestrian only. So the chariots, they had to stop there. See what I'm saying? The Forum, you couldn't drive your chariots to the sea. So that's barrier. See? Yeah, this was all washed every night. These are 2,000-year-old frescoes. In other words, a fresco is where the paint color was mixed with the plaster, and then the plaster is put on the wall to make the picture. But you can see 2,000 years. This was very colorful, and this was a food market. This was where the Pompeians came to buy fish, they came to buy meat, chicken, that sort of thing. And you could actually see the pictures. The pictures on the wall, they show you that this was a food market. 2,000-year-old frescoes. Look at this. Do you see how they have it so that there's a depth, so it looks depth? Okay, so when Rome fell, the fall of the Roman Empire, right? The whole Roman civilization, including things like that, were lost, right? It wasn't until the Renaissance, which is not going to be for 1,500 years later with Michelangelo and Leonardo. When we go to Florence, we're going to see that people were able to really understand that and do that again. So if you look at like art from the Middle Ages, it's all flat. They didn't understand how to do that. Perspective. See how it looks like you're looking, like you see him standing in the doorway that has a three-dimensional look. So the ancient Romans were more advanced, than people for 1,000 years. But then when Rome fell, it got lost, and you had the Dark Ages and Middle Ages. it's hard to imagine, but when the city was buried, right, it was filled with everybody's items. Like, it wasn't like they cleaned it out and then it got buried, right? So look at the kind of things that were discovered. Those are all, you know, jars that they would carry, like oil and wine.
Why didn't it burn?
It was because it was buried so quickly, right? And then that superheated stuff hardened very. That's cool. So basically, everything was just, you know, entombed. Yeah. So the archaeologists, and you see how everything is laid.
Here's more.
Yeah.
So much.
Yep. So look, this gives you like a sense. The archaeologists, they cataloged everything, so they could go back and study it. This is basically a steam room, a 2,000-year-old steam room. They could heat the floor from underneath, walk on these tiles barefoot.
All the people out.
Now,
The camera.
I want to explain the way this works. Are you ready? Hot floor, fountain. See the fountain? The fountain would overflow a little bit, right? The water would go on the hot floor, steam. So this was a big steam room, and then the tub. We have all, you know, you have to understand, it's August now, but in January, you would have wanted to be in here to soak up the steam. Want to go to McDonald's or Wendy's? This is a 2,000-year-old McDonald's.
It was not to eat here. It was to come to buy to go.
So you would come up here. They had the bowls in here with the rocks. They heat underneath, keep them hot. So you come up, get your food. Do you understand? This was a fast food restaurant. 2,000-year-old fast food restaurant. So this road, obviously in front of the fast food restaurant, is going to be a busy road, right? Because they want traffic. Right? You know what these are? Believe it or not, what you're looking at there, you're looking at grooves that were worn down into the road
Because there's so much
from so much traffic. Like, this makes me think all the problems that we have, all your problems, everything that we worry about, 2,000 years ago these people had the same worries, but they're gone. 2,000 years from now, no one's going to care about any of our concerns. That big opening,
Yeah.
that was Pompeii's biggest house. Right, the biggest house in Pompeii was right there. Look here, guys. This was like their welcome mat that was done in tile. Yeah. It means hail to you in Latin. You see those little columns?
Yeah.
Those were shrines. Shrines. So one of them was to the gods, the other one was to their ancestors that had passed away. But what's interesting is that in Naples, if you go to modern Naples today, people still have that tradition. You see the bricks, right? And then this was like a stucco that was like a thin outer covering to make them look nice. These would have been shiny like marble back then, but you can see that it was actually a cheap way to do it. You know, in the middle of the columns were just bricks. What you're going to see in this clip is the theater, which I was kind of fascinated by because it was basically perfectly preserved. It looks like it could host performances today, even though it was built 2,000 years ago. Just amazing. They did? 2,000 years ago. To the Emperor, I salute you. We are about to die, salute you.
Aren't you supposed to see most of these?
This is where they, you know. We'll edit that out.
Yep, no, you won't. What did they do?
No, it's going in the video.
Look, that gate would open. And the lion and tiger would come out. They fight him right here.
And these were all
They're all seats all around, yeah.
like all those.
And these people were buried. The ash and the rock, everything, it turned to rock. You understand? Their bodies decomposed. So when the archaeologists were excavating, they found the hollow areas. They filled those hollow areas with plaster.
And it made
And
people.
it made the mold. These are the molds that were in the rock. They also they don't know exactly what was going on here. Like they don't know who these people were.
What they were doing.
Right, they don't know, you know, what exactly was going on, but
Look at it. It looks like they were dying, honestly.
yeah.
Crying.
I want to show you something. One good thing. Come here. You all right? Okay.
Tell me.
The one good thing about being up here is it's kind of hard. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to imagine how could all of this have been buried and they didn't know it. But if you see now, this was the ground level. People were farming at this level. Everything was below. They didn't realize it. Look out there.
So we found more people. Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah, that was somebody.
Hugging.
Yeah.
Another baby.
Hi, everybody. I just want to
One moment.
see. Hello, ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
For the video, I just want to show
Video. What up?
YouTube.
No.
See, I just want to show everyone we are so hot after that incredible tour of Pompeii, but we found this beautiful little restaurant. It's kind of connected to the parking area, and there is a glorious breeze blowing through here right now, and we're all gonna enjoy it, and they're gonna validate our parking too. So that turned out to be great. Okay, just wanted to show everybody. Ciao. So we had a great lunch there at the restaurant in Pompeii, and then on the way back to Calabrito, we just had a great view along the side of the road of the Bay of Salerno, and AJ popped out to take a little video of it. So I just wanted to show that to you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry it's so long.